What is the limit of your obedience? At what point do you say no to a higher authority when they ask you to do something? What is that thing you will never do, regardless of who is asking you to do it? To answer this question, a particular psychologist named Stanley Milgram in 1963 conducted an obedience experiment. He wanted to find out how far ordinary people would go in obeying their authority. And for this experiment, the psychologist needed volunteers. So he put out a notice for people like salesmen, businessmen, construction workers, clerk, city workers, and so on. These volunteers were told that they were helping with the learning experiment, and their job was to punish another person with electric shock each time they give a wrong answer, like you see in movies. But the thing is that the electric shock is going to start from 15 volts, then to 150 volts, then to 300 volts. Do you know how fatal a 300 volts electric shock is to a human being? And of course, all this was staged. The person who is being tortured was just an actor who was asked to scream, beg, then fall silent every time a volunteer presses the button. The volunteers were not aware of this plot, so they thought they were doing some real damage, and some of them actually hesitated at some point in the torture, but the man in a lab coat will calmly tell them, "Please continue." A shocking 65% of the participants actually continued and saw the experiment to the end. I mean, they saw a man begging and crying for his life, yet they continued, not because they are bad people, but because they were told to do so by the authority. 300 volts of electricity. This experiment showed one thing, that ordinary people can cause serious damage if they are told to do it.